Hey guys, so I've had quite a few people ask me how I do my brows, and I've done some tutorials in the past which I will link in the description box below if you just want to see a pictorial or if you'd like me to explain a bit more in depth. But I thought it would be helpful if you could see me do it in a video. A lot of people do find that a bit more helpful than just having step-by-step pictures. So yeah, here it is. I just use, I'll list all the products that I use in the description bar just in case you miss any of them. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find it helpful as well. Please let me know if you do. Tweet me as well if you end up doing your eyebrows using this tutorial. By no means am I saying that you're supposed to do your eyebrows this way either. They're not to everyone's taste. So yeah, I'll see you when I've only got one eyebrow on. So let's get into how I do my brows. I've already done one brow. I usually do my brows one by one anyway. I don't do them each step like I sort of do my eyes. So what I do is I overdraw my brows because they're actually quite short and non-existent. So what I'll do is I will bring them a bit further in and elongate them as well. And the first product that I'm using is the Illamasqua Eyebrow cake, and this one is in stock. This is very well loved. Yeah, I just completely go mad for this stuff. It doesn't come off and it stays really well. You can also mix them. I used to use one that was slightly more of a caramel colour, and I used to mix it with stark when my hair wasn't quite as red. I'm taking this on a MAC. Oh my god, the number's rubbed off. A MAC 238 I think it is. I'll put everything in the description bar below. This is a small angle brush, and I just start by drawing underneath and then drawing a parallel line across the top. And I don't go all the way to the front with this either because I will be drawing the front in later with a bit of an ombre going on. I apologise if I'm sniffing. I've got the worst cold from the plane. Does anybody else get that, where you get cold from the plane because everyone else has got germs? So just filling this in, quite rough as well. To me it doesn't matter if your eyebrows don't look exactly the same, because your eyebrow shape naturally isn't exactly the same either. And then just filling that in, making sure the colour's kind of nice and even as well. So that's the first step done. Then after that I'll take this Benefit Hard Angle Definer, which just looks like that. And this is a bit firmer and it's a bit of a bigger angle brush as well. And I just take the eyebrow cake on that again and start filling it in and making the colour more even. Just gives you, I don't know, I just find it easier to colour my brows in with this after outlining them with the other colour, with the other brush. I'll try not to sniff too much. Oh my god. Does anyone else find that having cold makes everything so much harder to do as well? Especially in this heat. I'm already warm because I've got cold. And then it's absolutely boiling outside as well. So yeah, once the colour is kind of quite dark, I'm just going to take what is left on the brush and just use that to fill in, bring in my eyebrow in the inner part as well. I'm just using the angle brush flat and then brushing it up. And just make sure it's all quite blended as well. So yeah, they're not exactly the same, but I'm happy with them. I like them this way. We'll come back to the powder in a minute as well. So next up, I'm just taking this, very well loved as well. Gosh, I recently added this into my brow routine. I didn't used to use this. This is the Gosh eyebrow pen in, what's it called? Number 2 Venetian brown. And I just use this to define the underneath of my brow, and it just helps give it a sharp, defined edge underneath. Try and make sure you can see this. So I do start in the middle bit, but I don't press on as hard as when I get to say the bit that I've coloured in darker anyway. Like that, and then I just take it a little bit here as well, just to define the high point of my brow and to give it a little bit of height as well. But I don't fill my brow in with this. I do find that this goes quite brown throughout the day, it like oxidizes or something, so if you don't want to include this, it doesn't really matter because your eyebrows will still look really nice with the eyebrow cake. And then next up, I just take this Bdellium tools, I still can't say the name, someone needs to use these brushes in a tutorial and tell me how to say it. The 733, and it's just a spoolie, and I just brush through just to make sure, especially this bit here, just to make sure that it looks, not that it looks natural because I'd be lying if I said that these brows were natural, but just for my own obsessive sake. And then I'm taking my smaller angle brush again and my eyebrow cake in Stark, and just making sure that that pen isn't standing out too much. So just going back over, filling in again. And also going into the inner part of my brow. So then once you're happy with how you've got the shape of your brows, next up I'm just going to set them. I've already set this one because I've done this already, and I'm just using a clear mascara. I used to use the Illamasqua Eyebrow gel and that was really good, it kept me in place all day, but clear mascara works just as well, and I've just picked up this new one for the sake of this tutorial. It was from Miss Sporty, I think it was £2.99, because my Illamasqua brow gel had gone that really disgusting colour where you've got all your eyebrow products in it, like clear products do. This has got quite a nice spoolie on it. Don't know if you can see that. So you still get quite a bit of control, and just brushing them up, going through them gently, making sure that my hairs aren't all over the place because they do tend to have a mind of their own. Like that. And then to finish off, if you need to, use a bit of concealer just to tidy up your brows. I generally try to do my brows in a manner that means that I don't have to tie them up, but if you've just got a tiny bit that you need to do, I used to do the whole concealer brow thing, but now I much prefer it to just keeping it nice and neat, because sometimes you do get that hard edge. Some people like that, you can do that, and sometimes I do think it is quite good, but maybe with a smoky eye, but just not for my everyday. So after I've done that, I just highlight under my brow, and for this I'm using Bear from the Steeler in the Light palette on just a MAC 213, and just taking that underneath my brow. Like so. Just blend it a little bit with your finger if you need to. And then if you find that you've kind of got a little bit of that in your eyebrow, or if you just want to tidy it up a bit more, then just go back over it with your brush with nothing on it. So then yeah, that's how I do my brows. I'll just show you a bit of a close-up. So just fill them in, then make sure that this bit is lighter, then underline them with the pen to define them, and then just go over it a little bit more just to blend the pen into the powder, and finally brush them through once more and then set them with eyebrow gel. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. We like thumbs ups. And also, if you want to see more videos in the future, then subscribe. I always like it when people subscribe as well. I hope you appreciate my man voice. My voice is going now too. So this isn't looking too promising for Friday. Maybe I'll have to do one with like writing or something. But I'll test my editing skills, my poor editing skills, to the max. So I hope you all have a nice day, and don't forget you can find me on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook as well, all Phee's Makeup Tips. And I'll see you next time. Bye!